We are here with Team Schism member Dan Bounds, who recently went to Euros, playing what deck?
Played Adventurer Spright.
How did it go?
It was pretty good. You account for so much flight and so much element, and then you lose twice to Thunder, so
nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, do you want to get into profile?
Yeah, sure. Let's get on it. So, pretty standard. So, 3 blue, 3 jet, and then 1 each of Pixies, red, and carrot. Pretty standard. Some people play 2 red, but I prefer the Pixies just for the battle tricks and just end of main phase when they were 2 poly or fortune battle phase, so you can't resolve the elf. You can revive blue, add Pixies, and then that's no longer contestable. So Garura specifically being 1500 means that you're always prone to having your elf killed in battle.
Yeah.
But this would prevent that, and it's a pretty good feeling to not have to search this, not reveal it. So you go first, do like your standard Toad players with Brave and then Sprite and all. And then you just drop the Pixies when they try and kill your board without Dot Ruler or without Super Poly rather. So
nice.
Pretty good in the end. And also the 3 starter and 1 splashes. Pretty standard. It's a shame this is a card, but you have to play it. So Sprite. And then the actual Brave side of things, so 3 right, 3 water, and then 1 each of Rider, Fateful, and Rickback. And also the Foolish Barrel. Pretty similar in standard to Trick List, but just good ratios overall. Foolish is really good, especially if you say brick and then you need to send like a running toad in or a swap that you wouldn't otherwise have access to. Never mind just being a full copy of water essentially. Pretty standard stuff. I'll get into some stuff at the end, but being able to bounce this for cost with Swap Frog means that you're less liable to get dot rulers, and on the resolution of their dot ruler you can specialize from your hand. I mean, you can just interact with more boards and not auto lose the dot ruler. Yeah. A lot of people didn't catch on. It won me a lot of games. Just being able to bounce this with Swap Frog was very good.
Very versatile player.
Yeah, very nice. So and then just standard 3 swap 1 running. No need for Duke Frog. There's already enough cards in here. I cut the Duke Frog and some other stuff for 1 Gale and 1 Schism. So again, pretty similar to Triss List. We're not committing to the Arc-like Souls kind of players. I feel that's very unnecessary. It loses hard to, like, if anyone was siding Droll, you just auto lose. But this is still really good being able to do the full board, and then you switch a random card in your hand that might be a duplicate, or essentially a winner on their turn, and then forcing a send. So you can even, as soon as they normal summon like a blue, or just a body to have a 2 on board, you just make the window, and then immediately send level 2. So a lot of underrated interactions there. Yeah. Also a nice normal summon, and just something that even if you were to the right engine restrict your normal summon effects, but you can just normal summon this, have an extender through that, link off into elf, summon this back, now it's untargetable so they can't imperm it, yeah. Send your card, add Schism, and then you overlay both into Gigantic, and pretty good in the end. So let's move on to the hand traps itself. So we've got 3 Ash, pretty good. So I'll explain why I played Ash in the later parts, but 3 Prosp, 3 Talents, and a Cold Buy, so 4 copies essentially. And then 3 Dot Rule. So if you essentially test him, standard Sprite, standard T element, if you Dot Rule a standard Sprite board and they have the starter set, then the only follow-up is the starter to summon a red from deck to interact, not counting for hand traps. So this essentially means this outs all interaction. And sure, they're not going to take damage the turn, but you're still cracking the full board and you're stopping the flow. Even if it's in like their draw phase, you can just hold it. And then Talents is just crazy in that it just reveals the hand. So much knowledge gained just from resolving the talents, especially if they go like have this effect and you're not expecting it. But this is pretty standard. Again, just a force Cold Buy.
Did you find yourself holding the Ash Blossom for your own turn then to try and like turn off the
Most of the time. I was playing around Talents as well, but it was very rare that it came up. I think I only got Talents once, and in the end it didn't matter because I opened 3 doubles. So
nice.
Yeah, just too good. Yeah,
too good.
Yeah, too good. So yeah, extra deck time. Yeah. So we've got Almirage, 2 Elf, 2 Gigantic, pretty standard. Toad, Downward Package, Downward Zeus, and then the Clone and Winder that you would see with the Schism. Easy prosper targets for when you're going second on you side out the Geldogger and Schism. Yeah. And then a bunch of cards that very rarely came up. Let me just remove these. We've got Underworld Goddess, never made it. Access, never made it. Nightmare, never made it. Dark was pretty good. Being able to Dark take a mill 3. There was a game where I milled Ronin double swap. And then made Gigantic with this. So
you're so good at this game.
I'm just
That's too good.
Too good. Yeah. Also, just being 1850 is crazy because then it lets you kill Sheeran, and if they crack it on your board and you have to pass on this instead of like an IP, you can essentially search any sprite that you want.
Yeah.
And also IP. I made this a lot, but whenever I made it, I just got dot ruled, so it never mattered. Never mattered. But in hindsight, this probably stays the same. I have to give up these for the Schism package while I'm playing it, but these can easily be something else.
Did you think the Schism package was worth it in the end, or?
It was pretty good, but the fact that it's public knowledge, the fact that you have to search the Schism, it's prone to easily being played around. Like if it was a more secretive option that you didn't know, like the Pixies, like if you hard open the Pixies, it's not better, but you can't just hard open Schism, you have to do the Eldorado to set it up. Then we have Underworld Goddess and Nax Code, of course. I would switch these for probably third Elf and maybe a Daggerster Phoenix. As I said, I'm playing Pixies, so being able to out 2 monsters, or essentially just out a monster and then go for lethal with the Pixies. Pretty good way you shouldn't normally be able to go to the game.
Never found yourself hunting Skycav at any point?
No, never mattered. I made down a Zeus once and I still lost, so nice. Literally my sideboard, before we get into sideboard, for Frost, I pretty much always banished off Frost, Almrosh, down a Zeus, the 2 Shadows if I'm not going to go into that, and then like just a random other. Very rarely came up, but again, like that's how much I was getting rid of Zeus because I didn't need it. So then we'll go into the side kits. So I've got this, and well, we'll just talk about this. So originally I was playing 3 Gamma 1 driver, which this was an easy side out for. So when you go first, you just take out the Gamma 1 driver for this. But this is one with so many games today. The amount of turns that I opened this plus another card which I'll introduce next, just uncrackable. The fact that it activates in the draw phase, if you were to resolve it in the draw phase, just very insulated. Sure, they can dot rule in the main phase, but it doesn't matter anything because you still can't access the
extra.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just move it back for 1 sec. There we've got 3 Pointer. Absolutely best card in the side deck. This card is ridiculous. Being able to pay 2,000, it's essentially a trap card dot ruler. Sure, you don't need to activate monster effects and you don't shuffle a card back, it's only temporary, but we only need one more thing to resolve it. So seeing these in combination is very successful. So you take out the extra deck and snipe a card that would resolve. You've got things like Pank you can shuffle back. And then playing for the Thunder matchup, or just other like back row decks in general, we've got to respect them in some sense. So double Cosmic, Lightning Storm Duster, and Pank. Just five essential like spell trap roll cards. Pretty good in all. Very rarely saw them, but still worth including for the sake of respecting the And also pretty good if you were to like draw phase snipe like a Sulliek on Meta Noise or a starter and just force out the interaction. Because then again, you have Dark Roll plus that in the Cosmic, then you just force interaction and it means that they will commit to them. Well, it's literally be like 10 seconds. And just to wrap it up, 3 DD Crow, very good hand trap. Just being able to tag out a tier whenever they activate effects, unless they activate multiple in chain, in which case you're just too good and you open multiple at the same time.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Just that easy.
Just being also very nice typing, well, not for this deck itself, but worst case, you just special swap, normal this, make an elf, revive the swap, and you have 2 engrave, so you can commit to gigantic and carry on.
Perfect. Nice. Awesome. Anything you would have changed about the deck?
I'd probably switch an Appointer for a Trap Trick, because in the end, I never really benefited from having 3. There was never a time where I wanted to open double point, and in that sense, you can just cut the 3rd for a Trap Trick, because then it makes Sanctum more consistent. Beyond that, I'd probably switch this for a Lightning Storm, to be honest. Just having a bit more versatility. I just wanted to take into account top decking this and top decking Lightning Storm with an open build like board. Like if they leave 1 card on field, you can't activate Lightning Storm. At which point it's a dead card. Lightning Storm if it's for this. But whereas this is more versatile, but it only hits spell traps. So yeah, just a bit more flexibility though.
Awesome. Thank you very much.